Jamal, you want to tee us up?
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DMG Fearsome Rivals gameplay. Today we're going to be kind of showcasing some BT29 decks, kind of running a gauntlet through some of the decks. And I'm here with Bobby.
Hey, guys.
And he just had made a post asking you guys kind of which decks you guys wanted to see the most out of BT29. So here we are. We're taking that information, and we got a couple teammates here. And they're going to just be playing some decks. So right now we have Broly versus Bulla.
Yep, I've seen a lot more of Red Broly this format so far than I have of Bulla, so I'm interested to see what Biriarr can pull off here with Bulla. Kind of one of the underrated leaders, or maybe less excitement around the leader than other decks in the set.
For sure. I've played against it a few times. I know our other teammate Max, he really likes the deck a lot. It's kind of an interesting deck, right? 10k leader, essentially after being awakened, but it draws a lot of cards.
Yep, so turn one, it looks like Will just did the Broly leader effect, search the card, or took a life, went top 5, and then he paid 1 for the Jaguar Island to get 2 targets, so standard turn 1 for Broly going first. Beer plays a 1-drop Vegeta and passes. I'm going to see if I can pull up some of these cards so I know what they do, but I also don't want to read every single card.
I have I have the deck in front of me too, so kind of help you out a little bit on that part of the process. I kind of know some of the stuff does too from playing it against it. But let me see. So where is so the one he has on board? All the 1-drop Vegetas, they don't they have no combo power. When they're played, they draw a card. And then the one he has on the board, if you place this card from under a carding in battle area, you can choose one of your white Vegeta GT cards and switch it to hidden. And then there's another one that does the same thing. If you remove it from under a battle card, you can switch up to one of your energy to rebuild. So
it looks like Will cleared that card with this 3-drop Broly, one of the 2 turn 2 plays that Broly has in the deck. There's 2 3-drop Brolys that you can play on 2 energy. So he's hitting his curve, exactly what you're looking for.
Right. Get his surge, feel his drop. Basically a really strong 1-drop. Or slate a 1-drop. Okay. It's cold. The Bulla deck's very interesting. You when you use a card in a combo, you play a Vegeta. So the Vegeta 1-drops from your drop. So basically every time you combo, you draw. It's only once per battle, but that's really tends to be all you need. It's really well like a super combo. All right, you replace the card and then you get a +1 and draw. And then the other rest of the deck synergizes with having those 1-drops on board, whether it's EX evolving or placing under.
Yeah, so for Broly, that 3-drop battle begins, goes top 3, adds a red card to your hand. Place the rest in the drops. That's how you fuel the drop for Broly's leader ability. And then if you added a Broly, you get to KO a 20k or less on your opponent's board. So that's how he got rid of the 1-drop, I assume. And then the leader gave it dual attack and barrier. He probably swung once and then passed.
Yep. And this Vegeta that he searched, it basically EX evolves, and when it's played, it gains 10k power, or when And then you can, when it attacks, you can combo from your drop. So it's just a nice way to trigger the leader without losing a card from your hand. It also replaces itself, so it's a nice +1 on swing because you combo, then you play the 1 drop, then draw another card, which is probably what he might do here, but we'll see. The one issue for this deck is it doesn't have a lot of barrier removal, so it's going to be a little bit hard for him to kind of clear Broly's board. As long as the Brolys have barrier, so they're going to be able to bridge. At least Will gets about 2 turns of value out of his cards that he plays.
Yeah, so this Vegeta on Beer's board is it's a cantrip. Oh, I lost it.
It just
That failed me.
I got you. It's the one I read. It's a draw a card and then remove it from under a card, battle card in your area. If you do, you can choose up, or you can, and then choose up to one of your white Vegeta GT cards and switch it to hidden mode. So you can hide it, and then you can use the leader skill to warp it and replay it. So way to trigger or to use your leader skill to re-get some of your boss monsters. Yep. So he swings leader, combos, plays the 1 drop, draws. So that's the Vegeta I had mentioned earlier. Gains 10k for the turn, so it's a 30k swing. Draws a card on play, EX evolve, and then he can attack combo with anything in his drop, non-super combo. So he basically gets to draw 2 here, replaces itself, and then get a +1.
So it seems like the deck draws quite a few cards and also generates quite a bit of Z energy that way. A lot of comboing on a 10k leader.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. It's weird. I don't really see a lot of Z energy coming from the deck, which is kind of weird to say, but you would think in a deck like that does draw a lot. But I mean, that does combo a lot. But when I played it the other day, they didn't have a lot of Z energy. The deck still kind of has a problem playing around dance. So here we see leader's effect. Literally just send a card to your warp, and then if it's a Vegeta, you can replay it. So lets you reset your hidden mode cards, and then you can replay them. So you just get to reset, get another swing in, gets another draw here. It's really good value. I believe that one's limit 1. If that might not be a legal play, actually. If someone can tell them, they have us muted. But if I'm not mistaken, he played the Vegeta this turn. Yeah. So New cards, new cards. This is his first time playing the deck, so we're all learning on the go here still. I do believe if he has it, I think there's a if you have 3 or more energy. So there's an 8-drop Vegeta. You can't play that one yet, unfortunately. And there's also the parasitic actually that he comboed with. That's in his Z currently. He could have played this turn for 1, but there's another 5-drop Vegeta, but I guess he just doesn't have that one in his hand. That one gains barrier, and you can hide your energy to KO something. But it to be just a pass here.
So now on Will's side, we've got he's swinging with leader, which is pitch 1, draw 2. And this is kind of when Broly starts to get going turn 3. A lot of the bigger plays are locked behind 3 energy.
Yep. The Bulma Mother and Beast drop. It's a really good card. Synergizes really well. If your leader is a white Bulla card and you discard a white card from your hand, use this card from your drop in a combo. So you literally just pitch a 1-drop Vegeta, put it into your drop. She'll play herself, use that card as the combo, so you get to pretty much draw right away. And she also draws herself one play, so it's a nice little +1.
That negate Biriarr just used as the new sparking negate from the set, right? The white sparking negate. I think you paid for it, but it is a sparking. You have the option to use it that way when you're tapped out.
All right.
So this play from Will, he's playing the 7-drop Broly. It comes down and it gets to swing and reduce the cost of a Z Broly, basically. So it's the way you set up the Bio Broly Z card. But Beer's going to use this new negate, which is going to hide the 7-drop, I believe. Nope, 3-drop, okay. So now he could tap 2 for the Bio Broly, clear the board here. Pay 2Z, that might be where he ends up going.
Which is a really, really strong card against this deck. There's not a lot of barrier removal, and having to have to rebuild. There's kind of ways to play around it. If you have stuff hidden, therefore you can reveal them, have reached the threshold, and then use some type of barrier removal to get rid of it. But if he plays it right here, the Vegetas would die. So seems like he's opting to not play it.
Maybe he's afraid to tap out. Because I think it would cost 2 with the 7-drop only swinging once. That's kind of the trade-off. You could give the 7-drop dual attack and barrier to reduce the Bio Broly by 2 and generate 2Z, but then you cannot give the Bio Broly barrier. So
Right.
I think the play might have just been tapping out and going into Bio Broly, clearing these cards, but
Yeah, I think so too. You're at 4 life with probably 12 cards in hand. I don't think you has to be too concerned.
I understand not wanting to put yourself in a vulnerable spot against a new deck that you might not know all the tricks it has.
Right.
So it looks like he just passed his turn. This seems like we're set up here for an explosive dance, but we'll find out. KVIP would also be pretty good here.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of to set up against this dance play, he should play that Vegeta that he tried to play last turn, the limit one. Let some combo from his drop, so maybe you can combo something to at least get a little bit more Z energy to kind of get one or two more swings through dance. But he'd also would need another Vegeta in his drop for that to really pan out. You kind of see his hand a little bit, and he's kind of looks like he's kind of drawing the lower end of the deck, not so much the higher end of playable cards right now. So might end up being a swing into dance and passing a turn, maybe get a draw too, and just pass turn and be defensive. See the Vegeta here again, swing 30k, gets the combo, which is really nice here, even under a negate, because you still get your draw. So it sees the dance, that's fine. But then auto, he still gets the combo, which then allows him to use leader skill here to draw another card. So yeah, there it is. Putting a Vegeta, setting up for more swings or dance. Unfortunately, this Vegeta becomes a 30k, so it is a little bit harder to re-swing with this one, but is Bulla gonna be the new meta? Mauricio, I don't know. It's a really good white deck. It draws a lot of cards. It has good layers of defense. It definitely has potential to be meta. I think people are still trying to figure out the right build for it. Do you just double down on the archetype, or is there things you can tech into the list to give it a little bit more legs? So still kind of to be determined, but I definitely can see it having that potential for sure.
So he's building a wide board, but you gotta be careful. Just building this board definitely sets you up to get Bio Broly and have it all cleared.
For sure. And we'll be more inclined to play that Biriarr Broly next turn, right? Having more energy to not have to tap out, essentially. In theory, he could just play it, right? And still pass with one open. So we'll see a swing here for 30. Another combo. So this Vegeta is actually really good to play around dance just because you do get that free combo one swing. So you can kind of recycle the Vegeta after dropping it, at least for the 20k swings. So we see, even though with his limited hand of just not being a lot of top end, he still is able to get a lot of pressure going here to kind of get some cards from Will.
Biriarr's kind of tipping his hand there a little bit to the camera, but you can see he's running Bardock Tenacious, so at some point he's gonna want to charge a black energy.
All right. And then in conjunction with the Cumber SR, the Barrier Cumber, it'll be a good way to try to get through that Bio Broly when Will inevitably plays it. So here we see the A drop. Card's actually really, really strong. It's a double strike 30k. Also draws a card EX Evolve. And when he's played, choose up to one of your white battle cards and switch it to hidden, so you can hide something else. And then when he attacks, you switch all your energy to revealed mode. So this deck does hide its energy a lot, so this card's really strong in just making sure you get that energy back, and it's not colorless for the rest of the game. We see Biriarr not caring about dance at all. Got his swings in. Kind of got to play his turn efficiently here. Pretty much about as much as you would want and get out of this turn. So, and needs to probably pass with one open. He does need to hide his cards, just so he can use the Revenge Negate, which is something he should kind of be mindful of, because if he leaves all of this unhidden, that Bio Broly would just wipe the board entirely, and then he has to really play into it next turn just to try to kill it, which is going to be rough. Ends up taking a turn off to kill it for then will it never be just played again.
Yeah, that's the problem. Which I could
Right.
definitely see that card eventually. I know it's early, but being limited to one copy or gone forever, but it is such a strong card. I would hate to see the power creep that's required to make that card not as good. Yeah, so he's got quite the board here. He's gonna pass back to Will. He's down to Will's down to what, 2 life here?
Yeah, he took the double. I think it was like 35 double or something like that. I think he'd rather just keep his cards for defense or for another turn. And another good card that would actually, if he has it here, is the SCR. Not sure if he's playing that. I know he was proxying it. Not sure if he's proxying it today, but that would actually really hurt. Having one hidden mode card is just ideally not enough, but as long as he has the one, that's fine. At least, I mean, one is better than 0. So
That is true. 1 is better than 0.
and anyone watching, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We can try our best to explain certain cards.
Whether we can answer those questions is to be determined.
Right.
But
We'll try our best. But
we'll do what we can. And if you're watching and there's some other deck you're hoping to see today, let us know, because we're trying to get as many games in today as possible.
And we got a few of the decks built, like he said. So anything short of Ginyu, to be honest with you, spoiler alert, no one has Ginyu. I don't think anyone wants to see Ginyu. And if you did, well, good luck.
I also don't think anybody has the Oreo Vegito deck
Yeah.
built. Oreo Goku, Vegito, Fusion,
Yeah, something like that.
whatever it is.
So here we see the Bio Broly. Kind of like we said, right? Just hard play it. Don't even muddy it up. Just play it down. Tap the 3. You add the Z anyway. Wipe the board and kind of tell his opponent, "Hey, can you figure this out? I know what I'm doing." Gives it barrier. kind of forced him to have the Cumber, which he hasn't seen a Cumber, hasn't charged the black, and also okay, there's a there it goes. So there's one. That way, as long as he has another one, he should be able to clear it. But we'll see.
So he's just played 2 battle cards, which is going to double bean both the Broly and the leader.
All right.
So now he has to play a 3rd card here that will remove the Bio Broly.
Well, it's still
He's
Will's turn,
comboing
right?
the Cumber. Sorry, he's comboing the Cumber.
Yeah. So he needs to if he
I
can
looked away
get
to post the thumbnail. That's what I
fair
get.
he if Will could kill this 1-drop here, does not have a transition going into the board. If it does and B gets his turn, he'll have that the requisite required of having 2 or more battle cards on the field to kill the Bio Broly. And he'll probably just charge the black and then play Cumber and get rid of it right away. Which makes this not as scary, but it's still scary. I mean, it's just. But we saw how much B was able to do last turn with 2 energy, so surely he can do almost something similar going into his turn with 2 as well. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I've seen less gameplay with Bulla, obviously, but one of the advantages to playing white, especially we've seen some Belmont lately. Your cards are hidden, which protect them, but also for this Bio Broly, it's kind of easy to build back your board just by flipping over your hidden mode cards. So if you do have that barrier removal, you don't have to play 3 cards to get past the permanent, right? You already have them on board.
Right.
You just have to flip them. So while white does lack quite a bunch of tools for barrier removal, if the Bio Broly has barrier, it does have ways to out it.
Correct.
If
Here's
you're
a cool
playing battle cards here, this Broly leader swing is going to be for about $1 billion.
And he's at 3. But the Bulla's cool, right? Because you could play her for 1 and then redirect, or I'll read her exactly. If your leader is a white Bulla card, you choose one of your white Vegeta GT cards, place it into its owner's drop, play this card. Activate main or battle for 1. And then activate battle limit 1 if your white Bulla card is in a battle and you choose one of your white Vegeta GT cards, switch your card that's in a battle with the chosen card. So basically it's a redirect. But it's also a redirect on offense. So she can swing herself or swing leader with the leader and then have one of her Vegetas be the thing that ends up becoming the attacker. So you could kind of see if your opponent engages or blocks, and then it's really good with the 8-drop because you could just get a double striker after it already swung. So yeah, we see he just unhit everything, got his board, did the things. He didn't really care about pumping the Bio Broly too much, or the leader at that point. Ended up just taking the swing, and now he has what he needs for the battle card requirements on the board. We'll now see if he'll charge a black here to be able to play Cumber and just basically give 1 bean to the leader. And then the 8-drop again, when it swings, it'll unhide all of those energies there. So, yep, we see the black charge. There it
Now
is.
he's doing the Cumber.
It's kind of what black. It's kind of what white needed. Has a big lack of barrier removal, so the coveted black splash of Tenacious and Cumber. You already play Protector of the People, which is also a black card, even though it doesn't require black energy. So it's not too hard to get the black in your hand.
So this looks like, did Will negate here?
I'm sure he'll just throw down a dance here. Which, I mean, as we saw last turn, didn't really do much, but he also doesn't have the free combo Vegetas on the board again, so. But B essentially wants, okay, so he's just opting to go for the
So he didn't
Broly.
negate, but he's going to use this Broly, which touch cards. The leader touch 6 cards underneath it, and then the Broly activate battle, dumps 3 cards from underneath it, and gives you 15k combo power. So very crazy for one. He even draws you a card.
He
For
even
some
draws
reason.
more card. Fair and balanced. I mean, he is at 2 life, right? So we'll see how aggressive B can get here.
You
But
can also
he's
use a KVIP while tapped out, so that's another thing to
right.
consider.
Free negate.
And if Beer doesn't remove this Broly,
Oh, he actually just
it gets
pitching.
barrier. It gets barrier for the turn, right? So
Yeah.
it's another 15k combo underneath it, and then if he uses Jaguar Island to put 3 more underneath it, it's another 15k. So
And then he can combo himself off after he's all said and done. So it wasn't so cold.
you a little under the weather today?
Feels like it. I think I got re-sick.
That's not good.
It is not. Buddy has the flu, and he's been outside with the flu. And I told him, I was like, "It's fine. I can't get sick again. I was just sick," and clearly that was a lie. Just the stuff you know.
Eagles lose the playoff game, and your immune system immediately fails you.
Oh, too soon, man. Too soon. At least we
All right.
can lose in the playoffs, unlike the Jets. But
Okay. All right. Well,
fair enough.
slow hanging fruit. Not really fair.
Yep. You did it to yourself, bud.
So Wolf seems to be defending pretty well here on 2 life.
Oops.
You're also on 2 life, so this is probably the turn he's got to make it happen.
For sure. I think if the turn goes back to Will, he'll just slam some SCR of choice, whether it's Light in the Dark or the new one. Again, we just don't know which one he's playing right now, but it should obviously be the new Broly. But we'll see if he's proxying for it. And I mean, even then, it's just probably checkmate. So giving it barrier on offense, and there's nothing White can do to even stop the barrier swing. It'll have dual attack, so it'll require at least 2 negates from B, but then there's still the rest of the things that can't swing. So, and all you need is 1 swing to essentially add the double strike to be able to go through, and he'll just dump for 10Ks out of hand. Just kind of silly, but as B likes to call it, it is a, what does he call it? Not a win more SCR, something.
He has a lot of creative titles he uses for a lot of different things. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah. Basically, he's not a fan of the card, is the translation there. He just thinks it just is like a cheese SCR. It takes no skill, and you just slam it, and So basically,
combo
it's
in
the red
here.
Gogeta. Mm.
Trying to put this swing through.
I think he. Interesting. He really wants to swing to connect. Oh, I guess what's swinging? I can't even tell what's swinging anymore. Does the A drop? I think he might have done the thing to redirect. A lot of A drop to be the thing swinging for double. So maybe that's why he's just kind of dumping for.
Yeah, this is a
low
tricky
key.
situation because he's got the Z extra, he's got the Broly, obviously. So this is going to be hard. I mean, I guess it's possible if Will doesn't have super combos, but it doesn't look like he's going all in here. He's just comboing some. So he's going to do the Jaguar Island, put 3 more underneath, get 15k. They kind of just shortcut it there by adding the 3 dice. And then he's going to, Will's got the super, of course.
Good players always have it, and he is a good player. Surely has another super. Yeah. I didn't do the math for what it'd be swinging for, but kind of surprised he comboed from hand when he could have just comboed the Broly off the board. But I mean, I guess getting your turn with the 20k swing.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
This is a
Anniversary box SCR.
Yeah. Seen it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Seen this card's really, really strong in the deck. They're all GTs for the most part. And basically on play, you play all your GTs from your drop. And I believe
All
your
of them?
Z energy. I don't think there's a limitation. I think it's a unique names.
Okay.
Yeah. And if then on swing for this guy, if he'll gain 5k for each GT on the board. And then if his power reaches 70k or higher, he wipes the board, ignoring barrier, and crits your opponent or burns your opponent alive. It does go to their hand.
Yeah, he gets 4. 4 names, pan and or cards with GT and their character names, each with different card names. From among all cards in your Z energy and drop skills negated for the game.
Yes. So
this is going to be above 70,000 power. It's going to KO all of your opponent's cards, ignoring barrier. It's going to deal you a damage.
Which is probably why he went for that push there. See if Will would take the bait and go to 1, because then he would have been able to just burn him and win the game. But Will obviously combos out. He negates. He flighted a Grand Eagle there, if anyone missed that. So he automatic, what is it, plus 100k or something?
Yeah, great play. Biriarr getting hit with his own tech.
But to be fair, Biriarr has a lot of combo here to still combo up, right? If he really wants to just push this damage here.
120k base leader. That would be
to a 40.
Be very cool to see.
75, 80. I think it's 80, 85k swing. So he's not too far off.
But he can swing with one of these other cards and not.
Yeah, he could just start turning cards sideways now that Will's at 1 and start bleeding his hand. Will has a thick hand over there too, but kind of just swing. He did use a lot of combo power on that last swing. So see how much he has left. The deck does have a lot of negates, so his hand could kind of be filled with not a lot more combo power.
You were right that he should have comboed that Broly off the board. Even though it has barrier, you think it's protected, then this SCR comes down. Now, if Biriarr was playing the new baby SCR, that wouldn't have been an issue because it doesn't hide ignoring barrier, but...
Right.
All right, so 20k base leader, you're going to get 15k off of... All right, so Biriarr's just going to go wide here and bleed him out, it looks like.
Yep, there's 1 card there, so another 20. Leave it at 20.
And then you go big on the 30k swing.
Yep. And then here's the 30. It looks like he has a lot of extra cards in hand. Key to a God, the free negates. Yeah. I don't think he can get there, to be honest, but we'll see. We get 20.
35.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, his leader is only 10k, so I don't know if he has any more redirects to do. Look at it.
And there he is, typical B fashion. What do you want to do here? We're just, I'm assuming this is what he's saying. I have nothing but dead cards in my hand. This deck, there it
1,
is.
2,
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6 negates. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, what do you want me to do here? I did what I could. I just swung. I just couldn't combo anymore.
It is a bummer to have 6 negates in your hand when you have the opportunity to win the game there.
He's like, there's all my super combos. I just didn't have anything. So the redirect swing too, but it also wasted that already.
Hopefully, I assume he's going to appreciate the Flight of the Grand Eagle. I'm sure many a foe have been gotten by Biriarr doing the exact same thing.
And there's Will showing he did have the SCR in hand, another super actually, and basically 5 swings coming in as well. So really, there was nothing he could have done there. He essentially could have just played the 8 drop and gave a barrier and swung 5 times, and there's not enough negates, even with all those negates in his hand, to even survive that, regardless of the SCR. Wow, LOL. Yeah, man, it was good though, right? It came down to a turn. He could have gotten there. He did tax his hand a lot, but just was a few combo power short, right? Maybe if any of those extra cards was a super or something, he definitely could have gotten a little bit higher, but